Hey parents, happy Teenager Tuesday. Welcome back to the Teenager Podcast. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be walking through privacy and a parent's guide to privacy. I'm really going to be referencing, my point of reference comes a lot from this guy's work in a book called Feeding the Mouth That Bites You. His name is Dr. Wilgus. Fantastic book. A couple years ago, I had a parent suggest it to me, read it. I ate it up. It was such a good book. And if you want to get a copy of this book, the first 3 parents who send me an email and just says, give me that book, something like that, I will give you that book for free. My email is wperry@hopefellowship.net. And again, it's really helpful if you share this podcast with anybody who it would be helpful in your sphere of parenting world. As we talk through privacy, again, my point of reference is Dr. Wilgus's book, and he says this in there, is that privacy isn't just a gift, it is a requirement for growth. He talks about how if a teenager never has the mouth that bites, meaning the independence or the ability to disagree, or they never have an ability to keep any secrets, then he says, through his research and through his parenting development, he says that they will never develop the teeth that they need to survive as an adult. And by feeding their need for autonomy, we are actually helping students outgrow the need to bite us, outgrow the need to bite at us, outgrow that need for them to have to only and always rely on us for everything. Now, this is dicey waters because it's like, but where and for who and what is the line for them? For this conversation, I have to speak in generalities. What I know is that you can speak specifically. So just know, I'm going to try to give lenses to look through to lead to conversations and maybe expectations. But just know the disclaimer here is that every family is different, every family situation is different, and every student, every person in that family is different. The first question that I want us to ask as parents when it comes to thinking about privacy, I don't know where your head went, I don't know where your mind went, probably somewhere around worry. I would. My little kids at home, I'm like, they ain't getting no privacy, like I'm protecting them, you know? But as I was thinking about this podcast, I wrote this question down for us as parents. Whenever we think about privacy in general or something that feels fearful, ask this question. Is this about my anxiety or their safety? I think it is important for us to recognize if fear is driving us, or if control is driving us, or if it really is the sense of safety given through trust. Like, handing off trust is never going to feel comfortable, but is there a level of anxiety that we would say that's not just a normal level, that is fear that has grabbed control of my thinking? In the book, Dr. Wilgus says this: control comes from fear, and over-control comes from almost irrational fear. So are we over-controlling? Are we controlling what we need to and what we should? Or are we over-controlling out of an irrational fear? When thinking about privacy, I do kind of want to define this through. However, before that, I do want to say this. Parents can aim to foster an environment where their children can eventually be trusted with more autonomy. Trusted with more autonomy. Something Tim Elmore has said, a Christian sociologist in his books before, is he kind of gives this idea of doing dangerous things carefully. It's like, well, that doesn't sound like those could go together. It's saying, can you do things that feel dangerous, that maybe are different or are dangerous, but you do them, or you prepare them leading up to it in such a way that it is a dangerous thing that you can do safely along the way. I think privacy can be the same thing. Eventually, we have to trust students with their own privacy in levels. And if we don't, then we're not trusting them with autonomy. And then maybe one day when they gain the autonomy and the freedom of being outside of the house, making every decision on their own, maybe they will be less equipped to make those decisions. Privacy can be divided into 3 main areas. The first being basic privacy. This is like this includes like personal dignity and safety. It's kind of like the idea of like basic privacy is, can you shower by yourself? Can you change your clothes? It's like that kind of basic, very basic, like, oh yeah, no duh, like, you need that privacy, you need that space, okay? The next one is personal privacy. This is where I think the gray area is this is the territory of gray, okay? This covers physical territory like a bedroom, a car, a school, maybe as well as like texting communications, that kind of personal privacy. This area is often the most disagreed upon point from student to parent, because students, they may feel entitled to boundaries that parents believe should be different. Students might feel entitled to personal boundaries that maybe as parents we haven't communicated or talked through or set expectations. And then we as parents are hitting personal privacy boundaries that students think they have that parents have set differently. That's a big conversation piece in there. The third one is discretionary privacy. This is autonomy. This refers to the freedom to make independent choices about just someone's actions, their locations, without needing approval. Discretionary is like at their discretion. This type of privacy is generally, it is a privilege that students can earn over time by proving that they are trustable. That is the discretionary part of it. And I think it's helpful to kind of define those when we work through a conversation with our teenagers, with our students at home. Now, from that, I do want to go back to why does privacy matter for growth? Again, a lot of my context for this is coming out of that book. I'm going to give you 3 kind of bullet points for this. Why privacy matters for growth. Number 1, it helps teenagers learn how to navigate social challenges such as bullying, insecurities, and anything else like that on their own. That's not to say we can't be there for them afterwards. We can't be there to help them process it before that conversation happens. However, that is going to be something that probably won't happen around us. And if we don't ever give any kind of autonomy, no decision-making powers, then maybe in the moment our teenagers will be less equipped on how to handle those situations. Number 2, it puts the values that they have been taught into practice without immediate adult intervention. It puts to the test the values that we are teaching at home. It is when you're here, this is the lens of the world to see, or this is the lens that I want you to see the world through. It puts those to the test, the practical test for those teenagers in the real world. Number 3, the privacy to a degree, autonomy to a degree, helps develop the self-regulation skills that are absolutely needed for adult world. They're going to come across this stuff in college. They're going to come across stuff in their career after they graduate. They're going to be probably living outside of the home. And the more strategic we are with their privacy, the expectations, and even the consequences maybe that come from that, the better they're going to be equipped afterwards. So why, if we kind of sum a little bit of this up, why does privacy matter for growth? Constant observation can lead to students maybe feeling like they perform in front of your parents more than develop the genuine responsibility that they need for heading into adulthood. One of my favorite parts about this book is that it talks all about how his parenting process that he talks through is this guided tour from you have to do everything I say to how do I help you understand the best choice to make. And it's not by making all the decisions, but it's helping them learn how to make decisions along the way. I'm going to keep quoting this book, but again, if anybody wants this book for free, the first 3 people to shoot me an email, I would love to get it to you. I'll get it to your campus. You don't have to come to my office. Join us next week for part 2 as we talk about, we're going to talk about building a foundation of trust, because it does take trust. Building a foundation of trust, tips for kind of moving towards independence, as well as a spiritual component of that. For now, parents, always remember, you can do this. You're not alone. God is with you, and so are we. Have a great week.